What's up, y'all? It's the Star in Charge Starlight Feed, and we back at it with another edition of Certified Star. We figure out what makes these niggas stars for real. Now today, I got a very special guest with me, 30 Deep Grimeyy.
You know what the fuck going on? It's your boy King Von. We in this bitch stretch gang. Get back, guys. I'm my boy 30 Deep in this bitch. You know we going to fuck up. Go crazy on this bitch, shorty.
You the same nigga ducking, wrecking jail, tucking your tail. I put 10 on him and 10 on him, just sunk that shit through Zelle. I told Pistol whack the bitch, he get locked up, he making bills. Switching on for cracking shit, he catch a roach, another L.
What's up with gang? How you doing, nigga?
Shit, chillin', living life, shit.
Living life, nigga. You in the Bay, nigga. You out in the Bay, nigga. You ain't even from here, nigga. What you doing out here, nigga?
My shit, my people.
Okay.
Ain't gotta be friends to be out shit. I travel a lot.
Okay.
I respect everyone.
Everywhere you go, I feel you. So here at Certified Star, we want you to take us back to the trap, my nigga. Take me back to where you originally from.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Missouri? Okay, so how was it growing up out there?
Shit, it was rough.
It was rough?
Rough as a motherfucker.
What was it like? What was like rough about it?
Shit, everything. In our city, shit, it's rough. In-house, like in your household and on the streets. So niggas be having it bad both ways. You can't run from the bullshit. You think you can get away from the bullshit going home and chilling, but shit, bullshit in your household too for most niggas where I'm from.
So it was like niggas was dealing with both, like bullshit in the street, bullshit in the household. Like niggas really couldn't get away from the shit on some shit.
Nah, fuck nah, not one, bro.
Fuck. And how was it dealing like with all that shit growing up, like as a kid?
Shit, like, I mean, growing up, dealing with the shit, it's regular everyday life for us niggas that grow up dealing with the shit. So to niggas that ain't grow up like that, it's amazing to them, or it's shocking, and they inspire and like mesmerize. I don't know the words say for the shit, but they like influenced by the shit.
Yeah.
And we looking at real street niggas look at the shit like, nigga, you influenced and you love this shit. We want to get away from this shit, but you like this type of shit, bro.
Right.
You don't like, real niggas that's really in the streets. We don't glorify that shit. Well, we kind of do, but we don't like, we grew up like that, so we ain't got no choice.
It's not even like y'all glorifying, y'all just telling y'all story.
Yeah, they glorify the shit because they ain't never been in this shit, and it's just like some say if I ate Twix all my life and I ain't never had a Snicker,
right?
I want a Snicker. Or niggas that ate Snickers all their life, they ain't never had a Twix, they want to know how the Twix taste. So they just want to taste of that street shit, and that's not really what they want.
Right. Like it look good from the outside, you feel me? But then it's like when you a real street nigga in the streets and you see that shit what it's for, you feel me? And all the shit it come with, you like
Most definitely.
Damn. So what schools was you going out to out there, like elementary school?
Shit, I went to Carville, right in the Blue Mares. I went to Dunbar in JBL. I went to Gunlock on the west side, 5-5 Dipset, 10-4. I went to Simmons Marshalls in Ville.
These all elementary schools?
Elementary and middle schools. This is all elementary. This all elementary. I don't name elementary. Then middle school, Gateway Middle, Stevens Alternative, and shit, Careers Academy. Kings Highway by the scan and shit.
Damn, nigga, that's a lot of schools, nigga, already.
Then shit, that's middle school lifestyle. Then high school shit, Madison downtown, right by my ops. And I put out that motherfucker for weed and shit, was selling weed and shit. Blewett Alternative, then jail, then back to Blewett, then graduating. And it's like a little program to get my high school diploma called Slate Downtown. Everybody knows Slate Downtown if you from the city. So yeah, a lot of schools. I remember every school I went to though.
That's what I'm like, that nigga was like name after name after name after name. I'm like, damn. So let's go back to like middle school. How was your middle school experience? You said you had to go to alternative school and some more shit?
Yeah, middle school was Gateway, Stevens Alternative, and Careers. Not Gateway. It was different for me because Gateway, I mean, it still got like street, like it's in the city, so it's damn right it got a lot of like street shit going on. But it was a magnet school. It wasn't no public school how other fucked up schools was. So they had books and shit and all that type of shit. So they had. I'm coming from all poor schools to kind of somewhat still poor, but not
as poor
as the public schools.
So what was
like they put some money back into the streets and like gave a nigga a chance. like with this school.
So what was like? What would you say the difference between the schools was like? Like they just didn't supply y'all with.
From going to elementary, going to all these poor schools all my life to going to like a little kind of, it's still in the city, still in the trenches, but like a little kind of
just upgraded.
Yeah, a little upgraded. Yeah, basically upgraded. But them, it was some niggas and bitches there that was like that ain't grow up how I grew up, so it was kind of like offy for me. And I going to all them public schools in elementary, I knew. Every school, I'm knowing motherfuckers from these streets and shit. I'm knowing motherfuckers, families and all that. And again, going to this school, I'm knowing motherfuckers, but I ain't knowing certain motherfuckers that kind of stay downtown or all the way from the county and coming out here, you know, type of little shit. So it kind of threw me off. From being like popular and known, and then it was elementary, like, it's kind of like everybody in this motherfucker fresh, you know. Right. Like in middle school, in elementary, nigga, public school, I was one of the freshest niggas. You go to middle school, you like, damn, I gotta step my game up.
Niggas gotta come a little harder.
Fresh in this motherfucker, yeah. Like,
man, that's crazy. And then you said you went to high school, and then you went to an alternative school again. So how was the high school, like the regular high school you was going to, and then the transition over to the little alternative school? Was it like the same shit, like it was upgraded, or you feel me?
I mean, the high school was the original high school. I was supposed to go to the original school that I went to. It set on Jefferson. It was remember Imagine, it set on Jefferson. And when Imagine got shut down, they moved Imagine to Madison. They moved their whole school. That they couldn't just send kids off anywhere, so they made another school, which was that school, and put it in another building type shit. So I kind of already knew most of the motherfuckers that went there. Mostly my whole neighborhood went there, and a neighborhood we clicked with. Back in the day, we don't really fuck around now, but we was cool and clicked with. They went there. It was hells of them, so it was hells of us and hells of them. We two neighborhoods strong in this motherfucker.
In the same school.
Yeah, not to mention the motherfuckers who ain't from the neighborhoods fuck with us. And the niggas that don't fuck with us, they ain't got no choice because they going to our school type shit. So it was our school, so we ran that motherfucker. So it was kind of good in 9th grade, but I ain't play all that 9th grade beat down shit and all that because I was already in the streets and shit, so I ain't play all that shit. Yeah, all that shit.
You was not with none of that shit.
Yeah, you was gonna bring that type of shit, you gonna have to answer to a whole lot of niggas. Oh God. Oh God. Like you just couldn't fight one of us or get on one of us. Yeah, you was gonna at lunchtime or a time where the school, like, you know, motherfuckers skipping classes, coming straight to lunch. Oh, who just got on who? Well, we thick as a motherfucker in that motherfucker. So you knew who to play with.
Right.
But shit, I ended up got put out that motherfucker. I did some dumbass shit. I got caught by the principal.
You got how you get caught by the principal?
The principal
he the motherfucking main nigga.
You know them kinky ass principals be on the little young girls and shit, so they think they still young niggas. And they be hating on the young niggas and they think they got it, and they really be flirting with our hoes and shit. And he ended up getting caught later on down the line. So you'll see, I really can go back and file a report and get a motherfucker get some, what you call that?
Sexual harassment?
Nah, not me. I'm talking about file a report. Nah, cause he got sexual harassment or something, like he got some sexual shit going on with a female along lay down line in another school. I thought it was grown. So I could really say that the nigga was hating on me on some shit. Cause I had bitches and shit, and he probably wanted one of my bitches and he was on some hating shit and put me out because of that. Yeah. Cause he could really spare me, but so how nobody finna do all that digging and shit. Right. But the nigga straight caught me though, by the buses.
You was just smoking?
I was serving this nigga in 12th grade. Matter of fact, I was sophomore year. This nigga was in 12th grade. I'm serving him, and you know how it be when you got a little weed. I got the little weed bags up and shit. He like, man, this bag too small. I pull out another bag. He like, oh, that one kind of cool. Let me see the other bag.
Oh, he doing too much.
Yeah, he doing too much of shit. But this the homie, so I'm like, all right, man, I'm letting him pick. You're the other nigga, you would have to take it or leave it, but this the homie.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, cuz, go on, pick you one, hurry up, nigga. And he picking one and shit. He ended up picking one, and he ended up buying it. I get the money and shit, motherfucker, see the transaction. Right in the swoop. I'm talking about right in the middle of the buses. Swoop down on my ass. Damn.
Talking about you're coming to the office, face ass.
Nah, he ain't even, like, that nigga was cool, but he just like a little kinky ass, act like he was a young nigga.
So what's he talking about? So that nigga just turned you in and it was a rap, like they fucking.
Them niggas, them security guards, them coaches and them principals be on our young bitches. They kinky as a motherfucker, they be on all them hoes. Just like how we be on them hoes. They be scouting, they be looking, you know, they be looking at the hoes that's in 12th grade. Like, them bitch 18, you 19, that bitch grown, I can do that, you know?
Yeah.
Especially after they graduate. So shit, them niggas low key, some of them niggas ain't like me. You know, little young handsome nigga got some shit going and shit. But shit, that nigga end up, he ain't even wanna slam me. He was on some shit like he was gonna let me spin me and let me come back, but the way I got caught or some shit.
It was too out in the open or some shit?
Yeah, that's basically what he told my mama, like if he had to make an example out of me type shit. But the nigga really could have spared me on some shit, but his police ass called the police ASAP and they done came up to the school and got the gas and shit on some police ass shit, but I ain't give a fuck about that shit. We ain't looking at that shit like, well, what the fuck, you have a quarter or a half or something? I don't give a fuck. Shit, this nigga bring a QP or HP to school.
Right, like something serious on some shit, huh?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't be playing about that shit
but
down
the police
south,
on some
right?
straight bitch ass shit though. They was on some old, we could lock you up, man. You think this shit minor, we can lock you up. That shit. My mama came up there, he was like, my mama like, damn, like, Green, what's up? Like, oh man, I ain't even, man, I could've spurred him, man. Shut your bitch ass up. That nigga ended up kicking me out and shit. So I ended up getting kicked out. I was in the streets and shit. I ain't catching the case. Man, got out and shit, I went to Blue and shit. Got my transcripts from that school, then went to Blue because you can't go to another school without getting your transcripts. And they put me at all St. Louis public school, so when they do that, they basically saying you gotta go to alternative, you gotta go to school out of town or some shit. On some fuck shit. I hated alternative, boy. They was strict as fuck.
It was way worse.
It wasn't like middle school alternative. They ain't give a fuck. We still kids. That shit like daycare, middle school and all that shit. In high school, man, they was on some old niggas in high school got real cases. They go to alternative school, so they looking at niggas. I had a real case too.
So it was off the weed shit, that little weed shit, or
nah, hell no. I ended up catching like a little thumper case, and then I went to. I had to just like leave all St. Louis public school, period, after the Louise shit and go to alternative, but they just, after I got out of jail, I had to go straight there type shit. So I went straight there, got my transcripts and shit, everybody in that motherfucker had a real case.
Damn.
Cause it's older niggas, you know, we older motherfuckers. In this school, they on the path to that, you know?
Yeah.
Or they already in it. We was already in it, so motherfuckers damn right, most of the school had real cases.
That's many. So you damn near went down while you was in high school?
Went down what?
Cause you said, didn't you say you had?
I snatched probation.
Oh.
I did went down, nigga. I was in the workhouse for a couple months. I ain't touched the penitentiary, but workhouse. If you from St. Louis, you know the workhouse is trenches. That motherfucker like the street. What St. Louis and no guns.
Okay, so what is the workhouse? Cause niggas out here, we don't know nothing about that.
The workhouse is the worst jail, I think. Top 10 worst jails in the world, in the United States.
In the United States?
Yeah, that's one of the worst jails. Niggas scared from the joint. Niggas scared to go to the workhouse. Niggas want to go to the joint before they go to the workhouse. Niggas in the joint, like, they be like, I don't want to go to the workhouse. Send me to the jail center. Or I don't want to go to the workhouse. Send me straight to the joint. When niggas get locked up, I don't want to go to jail, basically. Send me straight to the penitentiary.
Right.
Or I don't want to, niggas in penitentiary, you know, you got to come from penitentiary, you go to jail sometimes, do a little violation or some shit, then get released or go to halfway house. Okay. Niggas like, fuck that, send me straight to the halfway house. I don't want to go to the workhouse. Right. Cause that motherfucker, it's all young niggas like me and that motherfucker getting their issue off, get catching niggas they don't like. The motherfucker catching niggas they ain't got into it with.
So what was like the difference between each like little section for real? Like nigga, was they just not treating niggas cool up there, or it was like?
Oh no, it's not only that it's get trenches because of street shit and what niggas got going on. Yeah. They get trenches because of COs. They from the motherfucking streets and it's an abandoned building basically. My line Lulu, the workhouse is a big ass abandoned building. All the windows busted out that motherfucker. It's just bars. So it's in the summertime hot.
Hot as hell.
Flies coming in.
No AC for sure.
Mosquitoes, all that. So in the wintertime it's cold. And the food just like, one day they turned off the motherfucking phones in the day room. Shut the day room down so we all in the dorm cause it's open bay in the workhouse. Ain't no cells. That's why it's so treacherous. That's why I say it's one of the worst jails. You look this shit up. Medium security institution workhouse. Look this shit up, bro. It's so fucked up. 80 niggas in one big ass dorm sleeping next to each other on bunks. Like, you ever seen Snowfall?
Yeah.
See how them bunks is like that? That's how the workhouse is. It ain't none of that cell shit. You not hiding from your enemy. Your enemy finna come beat the shit out your ass, beat you up out your motherfucking
Sleep straight like that,
You
so
finna
niggas
get
was
all
doing
your,
shit
you
like
a bitch
that.
ass nigga, you finna get all your food took. And that's one thing about respect. You win, lose, or draw, don't like give a fuck. You, as long as you stand up for yourself, you ain't gonna have too many run-ins. I mean, you a street nigga, and you out there handling business, you gonna have run-ins regardless win, lose, or draw. But you, as long as you stand on your shit, motherfuckers gonna respect it. But that motherfucker just so trencher because it's open bay. There's 80 niggas in each open bay.
And you was damn near bunking with your ops on some shit.
And the COs from the trenches. COs from the streets. Not only that, it's a big ass abandoned building. The news be coming up there because of how they treat motherfuckers.